Alright, sorry about that. It has to be in two parts because I only have a 15-minute, 10-second time limit here on YouTube. But anyway, like I said, as soon as they did that, I said, as soon as I got home that night, or the next day, I said, screw this. Went on Furfiniant, went on Divinart, went on Silfuri, all these other areas. And I said, first of all, I'm going to delete these stories, which I did, but I still have them saved somewhere, like on my iPod. And then I'm going to put everything else into members only mode. So that unless you're a member of the group or the site, you cannot view the stuff that I have on there. So I did that. And again, like I said, it's just one of those scenarios to where I know they didn't mean much. I know they didn't mean anything by it. In fact, I think they even said, "Hey, don't worry about it. If that's what you're into, or if that's what you want to write about, that's fine." It's just that, like I said, I think we had a one too many at that night when they did that. But the point is, folks, this is why I go out and I commission people. You know, and another reason as well, I didn't mention this in the first part, is like a lot of people out there, my mom, and it's been passed on to me, obviously, I've been inheriting it. My mom has this habit of opening the door when it's shut. Let's say you're in your room, or you're in a rec room, or an office in your house, and you have the door shut because you want some privacy, or you want some quiet so you can work on something, or just to relax, maybe play a game, watch a movie, whatever. My mom has this habit, and again, I'm inheriting it a little bit. My mom has this habit to where she'll open the door without knocking. And again, I know she's not the only one out there. I know there's a lot of people watching this video that have somebody that's like that as well. But again, like I said, my mom has this habit of opening the door without knocking. And when she opens the door without knocking, it does irritate me. It does irritate me at times, but I leave it alone because I'm getting used to the fact that, okay, I do it as well at times, but not as much as she does. And the way I look at it sometimes is not only is it something that's inheritable, but it's also a person's way of trying to sneak a peek, trying to spy, if you will, kind of be nosy, with all due respect. Be nosy and try to find out what's going on, or try to catch you doing something, or watching something, or whatever that you're not supposed to do, in their opinion. So that basically is another reason why sometimes I commission and request people to do stories. Now you might think, well, you got the house to yourself now, Brian. Why don't you ever do things now? Well, because one, I like to try to relax. I don't want my brain to be totally overloaded before I go into work. Second of all, tomorrow I'll probably be sleeping a lot because I'm going to be sleeping off tonight's work. But again, the thing is, it's more along the lines of also but it's more along the lines of what I've been mentioning in the first part in just now. It's stuff like that. On top of it as well, it's because I work a lot. Sometimes when I want to come up with an idea to do a story for, and I do work on that story, I kind of get stuck. Like that one story I showed you, which is which I call the melting flesh of love. That's all I'm going to say about it. I'm stuck in a situation, and if anybody's interested, I'll provide them the link. I'll provide them a copy of it. If anybody's interested watching this from DeviantArt, that I'll provide you a copy of it, so maybe you can help me out. But the thing is, it's more along the lines of I've been working on it, but I have yet to come up with an idea of how to continue it. So, it's one of those situations. When I do get an idea, I finish it. When I don't have the idea, I don't finish it. Like I said, when I lived on my own in Kansas, when I lived there on my own, when I lived on my own in Kansas, I had no problem whatsoever coming up with ideas or continuing stories. Because yes, even though I worked, I didn't have anybody, opening the door without knocking, kind of nosing on what I was doing. I was just doing my thing, and that was it. So again, a lot. I'll tell you this: one thing I've learned in the 7 years I've been here, a lot can change. A lot changes, and that's a fact. So anyway, that's basically those are basically the overall reasons, you know. And I hope people watching this, courtesy of DeviantArt, understand that. And again, I want to end this by saying I appreciate each and every one of them that's helped me out. I appreciate Grape Athenia, 93 Mickey, Clarence 88. I appreciate him and his interest in the stories that I've commissioned to Grape, and maybe I'll commission him down the line. Becky the Hedgehog, J Fox Fire, Experiment 7951, Kai Coronis, Caboozle. I appreciate each and every one of you, and if not more so, along with others like Mr. Internet Man and stuff like that. Because to me, one thing I've noticed since I've been on DeviantArt, YouTube, Furfinian, some of the Yahoo groups and stuff like that, I've come to realize that I'm not the only one out there that shares these interests, that's a fan of a fan of everything associated that I'm a fan of, like the meltings, the shapeshiftings, the transformations, all that, the fusions. I'm really appreciative that I'm not the only one, and I thank those people. So that's really all I'm going to say now, folks. But thank you for taking your time and watching this. I know it's a two-part video. I didn't mean for it to be this long. And let me know what you guys think down below. And I will talk to you all later. Thank you all for watching and understand. God bless. Take care.